Good morning, family. Long time no see. Don't mind my yard. I got some spring cleaning to do, but I want to just give y'all a quick tour of my trees, show you kind of what's going on with some of my trees because some of them are blooming. We've had some warm days. Springtime is soon approaching. So let me give you a quick tour and show you what's going on with some of them. So this right here is my moon glow pear. You can see where it's going to start blooming, but nothing yet. Some of the trees bloom earlier than the other ones. So when you're buying fruit trees, you kind of want to buy trees that bloom early in the season, some trees that bloom later in the season. So that way you can have fruit all year and you're not just getting a mass production of fruit kind of like in the early summer and then you're not having anything at the end of the year. This right here is my plum tree, and I don't know if you all can see it. There are so many blooms on here. Now, I don't expect the tree to hold all of these blooms. So these blooms, they are flowers, and this is where we'll potentially get our fruit. And again, I don't expect the tree to hold all of these because it's quite a lot. You can't see all of the blooms that's up there, but it is full of blooms. Here is my Gala apple tree here. And as you can see, they're flowers. So I'm really excited about this tree here because I have never gotten fruit off of this tree as of yet. This is the first, well, last year we did get some flowers, but this is the first year I've gotten this many flowers. So hopefully we don't get another freeze that kind of ruins them and these can get pollinated and we can get some fruit off of these. So I'm excited, y'all. I'm excited. These are all muscadine vines. They're still dormant. I don't even see green on them, but that is normal. I don't think they usually start pushing out leaves till probably around like March, April, sometime around there. This is another apple tree, and it hasn't pushed out leaves or anything, but again, like I said, it's not one of those that starts blooming early in the year. Here is one of my peach trees. You can see the buds are swelling on it. Kind of see a little bit of pink on that one. I do need to kind of do a pruning on some of these trees because I want to make sure that the fruit that comes in, that they're a nice size. Like last year, they were a nice size. Here is another plum tree that is full of blooms. I don't expect this one to hold any of these because this is a fairly new tree. If you can see, it's really small. If it does, I'll be surprised, but I don't really expect it to. And then not only that, I'm probably going to prune them off anyways because I want the tree to focus on getting a lot bigger and more healthier and not producing fruit this year because it's a very young tree. Here's another peach tree. You can see all of the swelling on this, so you can see this one more so than the other one. And I think this one is my contender peach. And this one, I did some pruning on it, but I do need to prune the top of it because I don't want fruit to go all the way up there because I can't reach up there, number one. So that way it'll focus its energy into making the fruit that's growing lower a lot bigger. Here is another apple tree. This one hasn't bloomed anything yet. Here is another pear tree. And as you can see, this pear tree, you'll see where the flowers are coming in on this pear tree. I did get pears on this one last year. I don't remember the name of it. I think this is an Ayers pear, I think. I wasn't too fond of it, but nevertheless, we can, again, always get them and can them. Here is my loquat tree, or in Florida as we call it, a Chinese plum tree. I haven't gotten any fruit on it yet, but just to see all the new growth that's coming on it, it survived snow twice, y'all. It survived the cold. So I'm really excited about this tree. I'm really hopeful, and I promise y'all, as soon as this thing starts producing flowers and blooming, y'all gonna hear me because my grandma had a big loquat tree on the side of our house growing up, and we used to love those things. So I'm like super excited about this tree here. Here's another apple tree, my pink lady apple. It hasn't bloomed any as of yet. Here is another peach tree, and this is my Belle of Georgia tree. This one has more so pink blooms you probably can't see, but this one has a lot more where you can see where the flowers are gonna come out. And once these peach trees start blooming, y'all, I am going to come back out here and show you all. Oh my God, it is the most beautiful thing. They remind you of those cherry blossom trees where it's pink flowers, and it's just like I said, it's the most magical thing when the peach trees flowers come out when they start blooming. This is another apple tree. This apple tree here, I haven't gotten any flowers on this as of yet. I did a major cutback on it like I did the other apple tree, and this one still hasn't produced anything. And y'all, please don't pay attention to my greenhouse back there. It got tore down during the snow, got on it, and then we had a storm. So I'm working on getting another one. But yeah, this apple tree here, it hasn't produced any flowers, any fruit, or anything. I'm really thinking about cutting it down, cutting it back. Well, cutting it down and putting something else in here, because I ain't got time for a tree that's just holding up space. But I know that this tree, I think this is an Anna apple and this is a Dorset, or it's either opposite, and they pollinate each other, and we do get apples from this tree here. So I don't know if it's this tree is the cause of it, but I have so many apple trees, so I think I'll be fine if I do decide to take this one out and cut it down. And I need to hurry up because the trunk is getting big, so I'm sure the root system is well developed. But yeah, I ain't got time for a tree that ain't producing and ain't doing nothing. And here is my Anastasia nectarine tree. It's in the stone fruit family, so it looks a lot like a peach tree. And the blooms, when they come out, they're pink, just like the peach tree, but I think they're a little bit lighter. But you can see all the swelling where we'll get all the flowers for potential fruit on this tree. Here is another plum tree. Don't remember the name of this one. The first plum tree, I want to say that was a Santa Rose. Yeah, I don't remember the name of this plum tree, but you can see here, same thing with the very small one up at the front. The small one at the front is a methylene plum tree. I don't remember the name of this one, but same thing with this one. This is a very young tree. It has blooms, but I don't really care too much for the blooms because, like I said, I want the tree to focus on getting bigger, the root production. So I don't think it's gonna hold anything. If it does, I'll be surprised. And here is the start of the party, y'all. Look at this plum tree here. OMG. She is just showing out. This is so beautiful with all the flowers. They're saying we're supposed to get another cold front. I'm hoping we don't, because if we do, it's a chance that some of the flowers may freeze off. And this tree is actually pretty old, and this is a dwarf plum Japanese Burbank. And y'all can see where I got it from. But this tree is actually pretty old. I think I've had this tree for maybe about 4 years now. So I do believe it should hold on to some fruit this year. I've never gotten any fruit from this plum tree. I've gotten it from the big one, the Santa Rose, but I haven't gotten anything from this one. So I am hoping that this tree holds on. Look how beautiful that is, y'all. I love, love, love when the fruit trees start to bloom. Oh my goodness, that is amazing. And good morning, ladies. Good morning, ladies. Good morning. Y'all, they anxious to come out because we usually come out and let them out early and let them free range around the yard. So they know my voice. So as soon as they hear me, they usually start making noise, but they saw me walking back here. But this is another plum tree. I'm sorry, this is another pear tree. Don't remember the name of this pear tree. Haven't gotten any flowers, blooms, or anything off of it as of yet. Yes, it needs a pruning. I'll get to it. Life in, but God is good. And then let's go around. This is another peach tree. This is my favorite peach tree. This is a baby gold peach tree. Yes, I do need to prune it. But this is a baby gold peach tree. The peaches on this tree, y'all, they were amazing. Oh, they taste so good. So you can see a little bit of swelling on this one, but not much. But all the peach trees, they kind of start blooming at the same time. And again, like I said, it's beautiful. This is another apple tree. I don't think this location is conducive to this tree, but it's been here and it's okay. We did get flowers on it, but it's still a pretty young tree. And this is just a green apple tree. This is one of the few ones that we have that actually does not need another apple tree to produce apples. It's self-fertile. But I mean, it ain't dead, but I think if it was somewhere else, it could have, it would have been better for it. And then this right here is my elderberry bush. Y'all, this thing started off as like a small plant, probably no bigger than like this size right here. And this is how much it's grown. I think I've had this elderberry for about 3 years. I think it's been 3 years. And that is my fruit tree tour. Now, I do have some citrus trees that are in the house, and they're doing amazing. I will show you all those a little bit later. Here's some fig trees here. These are my figs. Fig trees are amazing. You can cut a fig tree down. It's kind of hard to kill a fig tree. You can cut it down and it's just gonna grow right back up. Haven't gotten any figs off of it as of yet. This year may be promising. But yeah, y'all don't mind my yard. I do have to do some spring cleaning in my yard, and I will show y'all once I clean it up. But I did want to come out here and give y'all a little tour. It's supposed to be quick, but a tour of all the fruit trees and what's going on. I want y'all to have an amazing day on purpose.